All right, let's pay attention to some people's job and education. Kenji is the first one. It says, I'm a high school student. I love history and world geography. These are his interests. I have a part-time job too. My parents own a restaurant. Own or have a restaurant. Own is the pronunciation. So I work there on Saturdays. I guess I'm pretty busy. He's busy because he works. He's one of those students who works and study at the same time, which is somehow hard. I'm a high school student. I love simple present history. I have a part-time job. My parents own a restaurant, so I work there on Saturdays. So simple present. Simple present. We're going to talk about this. This is about Kenji. And I guess I'm pretty busy. The next person, Jan, says, I'm a full-time student. I want to be a doctor. I'm taking 6 classes and preparing for my medical school entrance exams. I study biology and chemistry every night. Verbs, I want to be a doctor. I am doing something. Very good. Present, continuous. I'm taking 6 classes and preparing. I'm taking 6 classes and I am preparing for my medical school entrance exams. I study, simple present again, biology and chemistry every night. Routine. Every night I study biology and chemistry. The other person, Amelia, says, I'm really busy. I work full-time at a bank. She has a full-time job. I'm also taking an English class at night with my friend Ricardo. Actually, I'm going to class now. I think I'm late. What verbs do we have here? I work full-time. I work full-time. I'm taking an English class with my friend at night. I'm also taking an English class, present continuous. I'm going to class now, right now. And I think, simple present again, I'm late. Okay, simple present versus present continuous. This is what we want to talk about this session. Let's start with simple present first. When do we use simple present? Let's have a revision on different usages of simple present together. As you remember, and as we had before, for repeated actions, things we do every day, usually, always, we use simple present. The other usage is things in general. Things in general. Fixed arrangements, scheduled events like a timetable. For sequence of actions in the present, first, then, after that, finally, we use simple present. Instructions, we are going to talk about all these. And finally, with special verbs that cannot get ing. Let's start with the first one, repeated actions. Like what? My friend, often, we said usually, always, never, often, hardly, ever. We always use simple present. My friend often draws, third person S for she, he, Sarah, Jack. My friend often draws nice posters. I never drink orange juice. We usually go to the Baltic Sea in summer. So, repeated actions. We had this before. That is pretty easy for you, I'm sure. Things in general, things we generally do. The sun rises in the east, and cats drink milk. Cats drink milk. This is something that generally happens. For fixed arrangements, like a timetable. I wake up, I do that, I eat breakfast, I go to work. The plane flies to London. The plane flies to London every Monday. Again, the third person S. It flies to London every Monday. We have an English class, or we have English class on Tuesdays and Fridays. Okay, this is like a timetable, our routine. Sequence of actions in the present, first, then after that. Like I say, first I get up, then I have breakfast. After school, I switch on my computer, then I check my emails, and after that, I play my favorite game. For sequence of actions. For instructions, do this, do not do that. Imperatives, do this, do not do that. Open your books. We use simple present. Open your books at page 34. Don't shout at me. Do not shout at me. Okay? Do this, do not do that. And finally, with special verbs that are normally not used with present continuous. You know, in English, some verbs do not get ing, like love, like understand, like believe, like prefer. It says, I understand English. We do not need to say, I'm understanding English. So we use understand always in the simple present form. I understand English. He doesn't like fish. He doesn't like fish. He is not liking fish is not correct. She believes in life after death. She believes. Can we say she is believing? We don't need that. Do you prefer tea or coffee? Are you preferring? Not at all. Do you prefer tea or coffee? Do you prefer tea or coffee? Now, we have a list of the verbs that cannot get ing. You can have these verbs all. Believe, have, hope, know, like, live, hate, prefer, seem, understand, mean, remember, want, need, agree, and promise. I promise you. I agree with you. I don't need that. I want this. All right? I remember that. This is the list. And simple present versus present continuous. Now, let's talk about the usages of present continuous. First off, as we had before again, for the actions we're doing right now, we use present continuous. This is one usage. The other one is for fixed plans in the near future. Like instead of saying, I'm going to do something, I'm going to travel, I'm traveling. All right? For plans in the near future. Temporary actions. For temporary actions, I'm going to explain about that. And for trends. Finally, for repeated actions that are somehow annoying or irritating to the speaker. Let's just go through some examples. For actions happening at the moment of speaking. What are we doing now? We are learning English. At this time, we are learning English. Peter is reading a book now. He's at home. It's 4 p.m. He's reading a book. She's listening to the radio. Right now, at this moment, she's listening to the radio. And as I said, we are learning English right now. All right? The other usage is for fixed plans in the near future. Like we say, she's going to London. She's going to go. She's gonna go to London. Or we can use present continuous. She's going to London next week. We are visiting. We are going to visit my grandma on Saturday. Where are you traveling in summer? Where are you going to travel? Or where are you traveling next summer or this summer? So we're talking about our plans in the future. The other usage was temporary actions. It means things we are doing recently, these days. As you can see, his father is working in Rome this month. He's working in Rome this month. This is something that is happening recently. These days, he's working in Rome. I'm studying in Berlin this year. This is something that is happening just this year. It's something temporary, not permanent. Sarah is currently improving her English. Recently, these days, Sarah is improving her English. All right? Sarah is currently improving her English. The other one is trends, things that a lot of people are doing these days, things that are popular among a lot of people these days. More and more people are using their computers. This is something that is, I know, popular among people these days. A lot of people are listening to rap music these days. Maybe in the past they didn't like rap music very much, but these days a lot of people are listening to rap music trends. And finally, things that are irritating or annoying to the speaker. Andrew is always coming late. This is getting on my nerves. It makes me angry. It makes me sad as the speaker. So Andrew is always coming late. This is another usage. She's always calling me at night or at midnight. This bothers me, so I'm using present continuous talking about that. She's always calling me at midnight.